Good evening, everyone. How are you? I am Corey Coleman. And you are, well, we'll see in a little bit. We'll bring all these people in a little while. Hey, everybody, how you doing? Corey Coleman here. I was just hanging tonight because tonight we didn't do a show. I'll explain why in a little bit. Well, I guess we're doing a show right now. That was stupid. But we're not doing your regularly streamed show at this moment, which would be either the movie review extravaganza or the roast and toast. So I'm here tonight just to fill in the time and do a Q&A show with you, because apparently there's nothing else going on in my life. No, there's a lot going on in my life, but you know what? You're a priority. You take precedence over other things in my life. Top of the list, top tier, some people would say. Oh, let me see here, y'all. Good to have you here. And people are getting in here right now. I came in and sat down. I'm going to let you know a little something, and it will not be a surprise to anyone. I'm a little tipsy at the moment. I was sitting out in the backyard. I just had the grass mowed. It's nice back there. And I decided, since I was relaxing, to pour myself a little medicine at this moment. You might have heard my prescription before. It's called Mezcal. Very good, by the way. Kind of helps everything. It sets you free, I'll tell you that much. No, people, I'm being silly. I just want to come in and talk to y'all right now. Somebody said Adam mow the grass. No, Adam did not mow the grass. That was another Mexican that came in and did that. And it really was. It really was. I had a Mexican come over here. I got a big yard, and that guy did a great job, man. He had to get out the riding mower. He had to ride that tractor through the backyard, because my yard is weird. It's like it goes for a long time without growing, and then once the sun comes out, a little bit of rain comes in, paka! It's a forest back there. But you know what? Y'all don't want to hear about my lawn. Hell, y'all don't even want to hear about me. Let me go ahead and bring up who y'all really want to hear from, and I'm going to do that right now. Just give me a moment, y'all. I should have had this ready, but I didn't, because I kind of did this the last minute. But I'll have it ready pretty soon. Oh, let me see. Just had to slide some things over. Go in and do a little bit of clickety-clickety. On over here. Click that. Pop that. Slide that. Snap that. And that's when you have the chat fam starting the OG chat and those side bitches. Man, Martin is looking swole and luxurious. Look at that. All that mane of hair he has on his head. Oh, let me see what we have in the side bitch chat. Dino Dude says, I'm a proper side bitch. Yes, you are. I would never doubt you, sir. Oh, let me see here. We got Shane M. Tapia. Kiki T. Jacques LeBlanc is up in here with his blanc ass. We have Ozzy Glorious, Vic Matt, Malcolm with his militant ass is up in here. How you doing? Armada, DT Darkslayer. What Tyrant King is here to rule the show this evening. How you doing? Luigi. Hi, it's a Luigi. How you doing, Luigi? Great to have you folks here. And you know the deal with these Q&A shows. They can be last minute. They're usually when I have nothing else to do, and I get bored and I miss you. And then we come in, and it's really a stream for YouTube. Since I can't stream on YouTube all the time because of copyright nonsense and all that stuff, which even if I was to do it in fair use, they still are kind of weird about it. So it's just best not to go on there when you have copyright stuff to do. But on the Q&A shows, we did find a way around that, and it's mostly for you guys, so I don't get to stream for that much. However, that also means that those who do the super chats, the ones that pay for their comments to be read, we read those comments first, and there's a lot of them that come through. So we're going to get on to that in a little bit. Just want to welcome you guys here. Thank you so much for being here. So it's just open to any kind of questions you may have. I say 99% of the time I will answer those questions. It's very rare that I don't answer. And even if I feel like I can't answer, I find a way around it. So we're going to be good this evening. We're going to be just fine. Yeah, man, I'm not going to lie. I had a couple of drinks before this one, so I'm a little silly. Not going to lie. You probably caught me when I'm very vulnerable right now. I might say anything. I've gotten in trouble recently for saying a lot of things. I have to watch myself. So let me go ahead and get myself together. Make sure I'm not going to talk too crazy. Because you know I love to talk, man. I love to just be honest and tell you about myself. There's just something about me I don't know what it is, man. Y'all make me want to be honest with you. I don't know. You have a power over me that I like to just come in and just tell you everything. What is this that you got that makes me do that? I don't like it. And I love it at the same time. All right. Folks, we are up. I can see right now. There we go. And the cool thing is that now I can also show the YouTube chat. Twitch had some stupid rule at one time that said that you can't show another chat that's not Twitch. And then they realized, yeah, that is fucking stupid. And so they've changed that. So let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. Let's start answering some questions. Question. Why is it you do these streams? Because I love you, that's why. Kingsport Call. What's your drink of choice? $2. So, I switch sometimes. I tell you, I used to love bourbon, man. No, I still do. I love bourbon. Love bourbon, man. And I used to judge a bar by how well they made an old fashioned, which is a bourbon or whiskey drink. You can also make it with some other things if you get creative, but usually it's whiskey or bourbon, traditionally. And if it was a place that, now I'm not gonna go into a dive bar and ask you to make me an old fashioned. You don't do that. For those who don't drink and might think about it one day, don't go into a dive bar and ask for some fancy cocktail, okay? Those guys are just there to get you drunk and give you simple drinks. But for a fine establishment that prides themselves on their cocktails, I would ask for an old fashioned. And old fashions can be made in many different ways, including bad. So if you made a bad old fashioned, that kind of told me about what kind of place you were, what kind of establishment you were running. Hardly ever happened though. Everybody made ones different. Some people like them sweet. Some people like them less sweet. Some people like it smoky. Some people, like it with bourbon. Some people like it with whiskey. Boy, I am drunk. But yeah, that used to be my drink of choice. And then, so back when we were doing Spill, which you hear me bring up very often, there was this gay porn star who used to watch our show and come to town and hang out with us. And he told me that he would drink, because this dude was ripped, all right? Like, you can get away with being flabby, being in straight porn and a guy, but if you're going to be in gay porn, you got to be ripped. Judging by this guy, I don't watch gay porn. Actually, my ex-wife saw one of his videos, and I saw it, like, yeah, I had enough. Nothing against it. That sounds homophobic. No, but the guy was actually very awesome. And I asked, how do you stay so ripped? Because you drink all the time. And he says, well, I drink tequila soda. And that's how I got started on this tequila soda thing. Years later, after going through my whole whiskey thing, and I started exercising again, my whole bourbon thing, I started drinking tequilas more often. And then my drink right now, as you can see, is Mezcal. Because I just love the smoky flavor of Mezcal. Now, if you don't like Mezcal, if you don't like smokiness in your drink, you're gonna hate Mezcal. It's a very acquired taste. But that is my drink of choice. I love Mezcal right now. I just had a couple of Mezcals before this. I love it with tahini and an orange. How I discovered Mezcal, that's a story for another day, but that is my drink of choice. Very loaded answer, but hey, I'm here to share everything with you. Armada, can we invite Mr. Tendernism for the anniversary party? I'll put the invitation out there. I would love to have him. I don't know if he'd want to show up because I called him that damn slave Uncle Tom from what do you call it? What was that movie? Django Unchained. But I'm very happy for his success. If y'all don't know Mr. Tendernism, and that was, let me see here. That was from Amada for $2. You probably have heard about this whole thing. Mr. Tendernism is a guy that went to a coffee shop, old black man, by the way, taught this coffee shop owned by a white guy, taught them his barbecue secrets. And then he started showing them everything that he did with barbecue to where it fell off the bone. And then the coffee shop started making barbecue. Now, this is what I understand. If I got this wrong, please let me know. Take this with a big grain of salt. But then he taught this coffee shop how to do barbecue. All of a sudden, they're a barbecue place. And they're making money. This guy is doing viral marketing for them. Let me show you Mr. Tendernism here. This guy's doing viral marketing for them. And they're making money. And this guy's just singing and dancing for him. There he is right there. And then this food critic, Keith Lee, went and did a review of the restaurant, wanted to give Mr. Tendernism $5,000. The establishment would not let Mr. Tendernism have it. And then this whole thing blew up where Mr. Tendernism, they figured that he was kind of being ripped off by this guy. But he defended the guy. Now he's gone off and done his own thing. He has nothing really nice to say about the guy he worked for. He's been embraced by a lot of people. But before that happened, I guess I kind of said it was coonerism that he was doing. So I don't know if he would like it. I'm very happy for the guy. I'm glad that he finally is doing his own thing. He deserves it. He was the marketing behind this. He gave this place its secret, or the secrets of his barbecue, and then they just ran with it, and he became a mascot. So we did a whole video on that. Now, listen, I don't know, if I offered $5,000, he'd probably show up. So maybe, this time he'd be able to take it. But I don't know. I doubt if he saw our video, but I don't know, man. I support the guy. I'm glad he's where he is right now. But I did say something kind of negative at one time, because I did not think it was a good look for him to defend this guy that I thought was ripping him off. So I hold to that. But, he's doing better now, so who knows, man? Who knows? We'll see. Somebody said they think he's in Houston now, so he's right down the road. So who knows? If we do an anniversary party, which we had a great time doing last August, then maybe we'll try to see. Maybe come make some barbecue for us. I don't know. Oh, let's see what else we got here. This is from Andy Kumar. Andy Kumar, $2. Been watching since 5th grade. I'm 31 years old now. Oh, but that just sucks the life right out of you knowing it's that long. People, this dude's been watching us since he was in 5th grade, so that he was 11, so 20 years. He's been watching us for 20 years. Wow, we've been doing this for 20 years. That makes you feel old, but very proud. I'm not gonna lie. Makes you feel that's very humbling, man. Thank you, Andy. Man, that makes us feel so nice that we are successful enough to actually keep going this long. A lot of people don't make it this long, and that we have people who have been dedicated enough to keep watching us this long. Guess we're doing something right. Want to just say, I had a talk with James, our editor, today. Man, we're doing so well on our channel, and we're in a really good spot, and that's because of you guys out there. And I just really want to stop right now, take a serious moment, and say thank you. That's another reason why I was here tonight, because I wanted to come in and say thank you in person, because we couldn't do it without you. I always say that, and it's true. Gliz King, $2. Your skin is very clear. What's your secret? Okay, I will tell you, I think, what my secret is. First of all, I'm 54, so I hope I don't have too many blemishes on my skin. Man, look, you get to a certain point where your hormones don't affect your skin as much. But also, I drink a lot of water, I exercise, and I don't eat a lot of greasy foods, man. I do eat greasy foods. I'll eat a hamburger, I'll eat fries, all that kind of stuff, man. I love that stuff. But I just drink a lot of water, and I try to eat quality food. I don't eat processed food a whole lot. Okay, so I might eat a protein bar or something like that. Everything is processed to a certain point. Even plant-based meat is processed, But I'm talking about like things that just really chemically induced, like potato chips. I don't really eat potato chips. I don't eat potato chips. I don't eat a whole lot of sugar. So I think those things really do affect not only your skin, but your aging process. And I exercise a lot. So I drink a lot of water behind the exercising. And I try to drink a smoothie every day where I put a lot of vegetables in it. And it's a very good smoothie. I had one person tried it. They said, oh, this smoothie's terrible. But I've had so many people try my smoothie and they're like, oh my God, this is good. What is this? And they're like, man, this must be a lot of sugar and chocolate and stuff in here. And it's not. It's protein powder in there, but the rest of it is like, you're gonna laugh at this. You're gonna be like, ugh. But it's great. Like if I was to give it to you, you would not know. It's got broccoli, kale, eggs, strawberries, a banana. So yeah, man. So I drink one of those every day. I think the strawberries have antioxidants that help out the skin. Let's see here. But drink water. A lot of people don't drink enough water. Drink water, man. Drinking enough water every day will do wonders for you. $10 from G. Colby. Let's see here. Is it $10 from G. Colby? But this thing went fast. Yes. 2 bad movie roast suggestions. Charlie's Angels, Full Throttle, just for how dumb and poorly directed that movie is. Plus good Billy memes. And Mamma Mia, especially for Pierce Brosnan singing. Man, okay, so I didn't know that Full Throttle was seen as a bad movie. I think I remember seeing it, because I did see it, but I think I didn't like it. But I thought it was a hit. And Mamma Mia, I'm going to tell you right now, I ain't messing with those people. Mamma Mia fans, they are not to be messed with. That movie was for a certain audience. That movie was meant for a certain demographic, and it worked for that demographic. And I ain't messing with them. Because first of all, it clearly was not meant for somebody like me. I saw it, and maybe if I saw it on the stage, it would be different. I would probably love it on the stage, a live performance. But I saw the movie and I wasn't crazy about it. But man, I remember the people it was meant for, women, they loved it. So I don't know if I'm gonna touch that. I ain't messing with that one. And plus, I know some dudes that liked it. It's not for me. I will let you know right now. That movie's not for me, but it was not made for me. So I don't know. Maybe if the opportunity presents itself, but I ain't messing with that. Can I ask y'all something real quick? My air conditioner was on, and it's loud. I got a new air conditioner. It broke down last year during our anniversary party. I had to get a new one, and it comes on, and it's so nice. It's better than the last air conditioner, but it's also loud. Can y'all hear it? Was it because it just cut off? Can you hear a difference? Just want to know. There's people say you can hear me with or without AC. People are like, yes. I heard it. Yeah. Well, it's not on now, but it was on. Some people say, yeah, I heard. Somebody say, yeah, it's really loud. Yeah, usually when I do this, I cut it off. So you know what I'm going to cut it off right now. I cut it off. I let it get cool up here. I crank it up, and then I cut it off before we go on and start streaming. So I'm just going to cut it off right now because it is loud. And I don't like, I'm a perfectionist. I don't like things that are distracting to you. All right. Let's see here. This is Black Fiction, $5. If I paid you guys for a retro review for Who Framed Roger Rabbit, would that be cool? I won't trip about the wait. Man, I would do a retro review very much for Who Framed Roger Rabbit. It would have to be on a weekend where we have nothing going on, really. But yes, man, Who Framed Roger Rabbit is one of my all-time favorite movies. I know I don't always say it in like my top 5, but this movie meant so much to me, man, when I was coming up. For one, it looked whether you like animation or not, it's just it's an incredible script. It's a great script. This movie's the script for this movie is so tight. It is so clever, and what they did, that was one of the first movies where they were able to bring in all these different properties and IPs and have them be featured in one film under one studio that did not own those IPs. And so it's a landmark movie for that. The animation is groundbreaking. Like the way that they did shadows on the characters to make them look like they were in the real world, for the cartoon characters, the animated characters. They had a technique that was perfected with this movie right here. And yeah, it's just an incredible film, man. I saw it 4 times in the theater, and I loved it because I love animation, and I was hoping for ever since I was a little kid, since I was like, man, seriously, 9, 10, or 11 years old, and especially when I was 11 years old, I started renting Ralph Bakshi movies. If you don't know Ralph Bakshi is a pioneer in adult animation. Or, I'm not saying porn, just more adult-oriented stories. Stuff that's not for kids. Actually, I have his phone number. He called and cussed me out. I told you that story before. That's a story for another day. Nothing wrong that I did. He cussed me out because he's Ralph Bakshi. But I always wanted more mature animation to go mainstream, not for it to be cult on the fringes. And Roger Rabbit, I know a lot of people might think it's a family film. It's not really. There's a lot of stuff in there that's a little edgy. I mean, look, Jessica Rabbit, she's fine as fuck, man. They have sex jokes in there about her. They have murder, and it's all done in a comedic way. But yeah, this was not really a kid's movie. So I love that, and I saw this movie so many times in the theater when it came out, man. I think it was about 16, and yeah, was it the same year that? It wasn't the same year that Die Hard came out, was it? I think it might have been the same year that Die Hard came out, but anyway, Who Framed Roger Rabbit holds a big place in my heart, man. Yeah, 1988. Yeah, I remember 1988 being an incredible summer, man. Who Framed Roger Rabbit came out. And then Die Hard came out, because I remember there were 2 movies that I saw a lot of that summer. And Die Hard was one of them. I saw Die Hard at like about, I don't know, man, probably like about, I saw that like 4 times in the theater, man. Love that film. Let me see here. Let me see. Somebody said it had sex and sex jokes, but it would be considered as a family film. Yeah, I mean, okay. So what I mean is that it wasn't just kid stuff. It was not just a kiddie movie. I mean, yeah, it was family, but still it meant more like, yeah, kids could see it, but it was for adults too. It wasn't like a cute Disney film. If you look at it, it was edgy, and it was a huge hit. Yeah, I love Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Let me see here. Yeah, man. Roger Rabbit and Die Hard. I'd love to see Bruce Willis meet Roger Rabbit in a Die Hard movie. Do a mashup. Die Hard meets Roger Rabbit. Die Rabbit. Never happened. Well, hey, with AI today, you never know. I could type that in and make that movie myself if I want to. And somebody said, great point. Unknown black guy, which is true. I don't know him, but unknown black guy. Yeah, 1988 PG is different from today's PG. That's a great point, man. Because when Poltergeist came out, let me see here. Yeah, 1988 was, and 1984 is when things changed. That's when you got the PG-13, but 1988 still was a different PG. And man, don't even get into the early 80s. In the early 80s, PG meant, they couldn't figure it out. PG meant anything. And so there's a scene in Poltergeist where that movie would probably get rated R today, or would go to streaming and not get rated at all. That whole, the face tearing scene, where the guy goes and looks in the mirror and starts ripping his face off, and you see the chunks being thrown on the sink, and also like things with the, images with the skeletons rising out of the muddy water and everything. Yeah, that movie was PG at the time. And I guess because nobody really died or anything like that, but yeah, it was man, they got around being gory and getting past a rated R. And also because you had Spielberg's name behind it. But yeah, man. So great question though. So yes, I would do it. To answer your question, yes. $5 from Leatherface. Speaking of gory films, we got wow, I'm a big fan of your work, Leatherface. Glad to see you here. Let me see here. How do you feel about Siskel and Ebert's reviews, and do you consider yourself a part of critics who kick off the new wave of critics? Yeah, I do. I do consider myself a part of the new wave of people that kicked off this new wave of critics. Man, we started doing this back in 1995. I started doing this back in 1995, my friend Ian. Before anybody you know today, it was me and my friend Ian. And when our show got popular here in New York, people always saying, man, you like Siskel and Ebert, except you guys are, you're not as serious. You just sit around and have fun. And I kind of took that attitude to what we did like later on at Spill and whatnot. And we went on YouTube. Man, I hear people today who are big time streamers who say, I discovered you guys and you were an inspiration. So not to brag or anything like that. You'll never hear me like doing that, saying, no, you owe me this. No, I won't say that. But yeah, I'll be honest with you. Yes, I think we were sort of a pioneer in this new wave of this new age of people who review movies. Certainly. Siskel and Ebert, I love Siskel and Ebert. Now, the thing about critics, man, when critics have a name, when critics become popular, people think that they have some authority. They don't, okay? Their opinions, just like with anybody. And the thing that made Siskel and Ebert popular was not always their opinion. I mean, they had a great system, thumbs up, thumbs down. Great marketing right there. But, man, they had opinions like anybody else. And they hated movies that ended up being big hits. They loved movies that ended up being big flops and hated by everyone. But what really made them popular was they really didn't like each other. They would be really snippy and shitty with each other sometimes. And people, they kind of like seeing that. They like seeing them go at each other. So that kind of made them popular too. But those guys are definitely pioneers, man. Those guys are, I mean, they're legends. I mean, what can you say? But as far as being right or wrong, they had opinions. There was no right or wrong. They had a great gimmick. They had a great shtick. And I won't even say it's a shtick. They really did not like each other. And there's a chemistry to that that works. Even when people don't like each other, people kind of like to see them go at it. Me and Cargill did Robert Cargill, who was doing doing things like Sinister and the Black Phone right now. We did a podcast for years where we just went at each other all the time, and we were always compared to Siskel and Ebert. We sat down, we argued, we were really arguing. We were not, and I don't want to say anything because I don't want people to think that I dislike the guy. That's not the case. I actually am very happy for his success right now. I'm happy to see anybody succeed, but that guy's really made a name for himself, and I think he's a really smart guy. But there were times when, man, we did not like each other. He'll tell you that too. And when we were doing that show on Spill, yeah, people like that dynamic, and we both knew it, and I think that's what made us keep doing it. Because like, man, we're not really the best of friends, okay? I mean, at the time, I'll be honest. I mean, we don't really talk today. When I see him, we say hello, and I would hope that all that shit is in the past. I would hope that everything is cool with us. I mean, we're much older, man. I would like to think we're past a lot of bullshit that we did when we were younger. But at the time, no, man. No, we had our different opinions. He did not like me. He'll tell you. I mean, he'll tell you in a minute. He did not. I don't even know if he likes me today, to be honest with you. But at the time, he'll tell people in a minute, yeah, no, I don't like you. And we did this show, and yeah, and we always argued, man. Yeah, but I thought that made for some great discussions because it was not fake politeness. It was not us sitting up there being phony with each other. That was, the people recognize real. And when we sit up there and when we sat up there and argued, it reminded people of Siskel and Ebert, and it was real emotions. And people liked that. Those were genuine opinions. Those were genuine arguments. And today I respect that. I have a way different respect for that. And people say I've changed a lot. Yeah, I changed a lot. Was I an asshole at the time? I think we all were. Man, we all were. We were younger, and we had all this shit about us that the egos, cockiness, and whatnot. I mean, I got my opinions about certain things. I keep it to myself now. But yeah, man, we were all flawed. Everybody, even Martin, all of us were younger, and we were very flawed. And you learn things with age, man. So I'm not saying anybody was right or wrong. Just younger people, man. That's all. But yeah, Siskel and Ebert was very real, man. So yeah, but they were, like I said, they had opinions. They shouldn't be seen as those opinions shouldn't be seen as right or wrong, as gospel. They're just opinions. Don't listen to any critic at all. Form your own opinion. I always tell people, do not listen to me, okay? Because if you do, you might miss out on something that you really love, or I might lead you to watch something that you hate. Just enjoy the discussion. If you like my personality, or if you hate my personality, enjoy it. Look at me for that. Let me see what else we got here. $10 from T_C242. In honor of MBJ and Amy Madigan winning Oscars for horror movies, what is your favorite Oscar-winning horror performance between Kathy Bates in Misery and Anthony Hopkins in The Silence of the Lambs? There's the question right there from T_C242. Man, you know what? A great performance is a great performance, because both Anthony Hopkins and also Kathy Bates they both were incredible. But I'm gonna give you an answer right now, a definitive answer, and it's gonna be tricky. Let me see here. Let me pull up my man. Let me pull up my man Hannibal the Cannibal. Let me see here. So I'm going to say, as far as my best performance for a horror performance, I'm going to say that it is definitely Hannibal Lecter. Now, the reason why I said this, or the reason I'm saying this, is because, first of all, I don't think neither Misery or Silence of the Lambs are horror movies. And I know some people do consider them that, but I don't consider them that. I consider them thrillers. I consider them very dark thrillers. But so I don't think they're horror movies, and they do horrible things in there. But I don't think that neither one of them are really horror movies for me, and that's debatable. That's cool. Some people do see it like that. I'm not arguing with anybody, but out of the two, between Misery and Silence of the Lambs, I think Silence of the Lambs is probably leaning more towards horror than Misery. I mean, this dude eats people and wears their faces. Hannibal Lecter. Hannibal Lecter is way more horrifying, or does more horrific crimes than Kathy Bates. Annie, what's her name? Annie. Oh, I forgot her name. Than Annie does in Misery. Yeah, I think, yeah, I think that I would give it to him as far as a horror performance. Yeah, but Kathy Bates was incredible in Misery, man. Let me see here. Yeah, Kathy Bates. That's the first time a lot of people saw her. She was much younger, and that role was. I remember people hating her because she was so crazy and so unreasonable. But yeah, she was great in that film, man. If you haven't seen Misery, watch it, man. It's a really good movie, and Kathy Bates does an incredible performance. She's this obsessed fan with this writer. But man, both her and who was it that played the writer? He died not too long ago. Man, he's a famous guy. Why am I forgetting his name? Y'all know. Come on, hey, tell me who the guy is. Who played the writer? James Caan. Her and James, man, both of them were incredible in that movie. If you haven't seen Misery, watch it. Misery is incredible, man. And there's James Caan and Kathy Bates after several years. Yeah, they're both. Somebody said Chuck Norris. No, she would have never had done that to Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris would have whooped her ass from the beginning. Yeah, go watch that, man. Great performances. I don't want to say one is better than the other, but if you're talking about a horror, like more of a horror character, it would definitely be for me. It would be Hannibal Lecter. So, next question, right here. Great question, by the way. Oh, so this is from Corbs. Are you planning on watching The Night of the Seven Kingdoms? It's a really good show. No dragons, just really good storytelling. Thanks for what you do. I appreciate the channel. $10 from me. You know something? I'm gonna try to watch that. I got so much stuff to watch right now. I'm about to hit what you call it tonight, Daredevil. That's the reason why I'm doing this show, because they didn't send me the screeners for Daredevil. And Martin got screeners, and Julian Green got screeners, and they said they sent me the screeners, but they didn't, and they just never responded to my emails. So I didn't get a chance to watch it, and it comes out today. So we're doing a review of that on Thursday, and hopefully Martin has seen them all, because he'll definitely have more to say than I do, because I didn't get a chance to watch as many episodes. But yeah, man, I've been hearing that Knights of the Seven Kingdom is really good. And you know what? I didn't watch it because, I mean, I guess it's because I feel like I got burned on Game of Thrones. And then I started watching the other series, House of the Dragon? And that was okay for a little bit, and I kind of tapped out of that. But yeah, I hear this is good. I hear it's really good, man. I hear it's just straight up, yeah, exactly what you say. No gimmicks, just really tight storytelling. So yeah. Yeah, I may check this out and see what it's like. I heard it's all right. This is a prequel to Game of Thrones, I think. And I think what's cool about this, because I think the storytelling is tight, because they actually have written source material to take, unlike Game of Thrones, where that just ran. Once they ran out of source material, because the books aren't finished, once they ran out of source material, it showed that they had no fucking idea what to do, to the point they were leaving trash on the set. That's how much you don't give a fuck when you just leave. You just leave Starbucks cups and water bottles on the set, and nobody's paying attention. And plus, it just, yeah, you could tell that they just rushed it. So yeah, I was burnt out on Game of Thrones. I tried, I started to avoid anything Game of Thrones related. But yeah, if people have been saying that this is good, so yes. When time allows, if only just for me, I will give this a watch. Let's see what else we got here. Got a lot of questions here today. This is from Trey Movies 263. I got 2 BMR questions. Down in Derby from 2005 and Norm of the North. From 2016, starring Rob Schneider. Suggestions, not questions. Then BMR is Bad Movie Roast. You know what? Let me see. What did you recommend here? You recommended Down in Derby. I don't know what that is. I'm going to have to look that up. Down in Derby? The hell is that? Down in Derby. I don't know what this. I've never heard of this before. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think anybody would be up for this. I don't think this would get any votes, because on the Bad Movie Roast, that's how it goes down. People vote on what we watch. I'm going to let you know right now, nobody's voting for this, man. Yeah, I don't think that's happening. Maybe it's more popular than I know. I've never even heard of this before. Now, Norm of the North, I know this because this is the movie that, You see here. Norm of the North. That movie gave Martin PTSD. I would definitely do a roast of this. In fact, it was on our poll from last week, and it did not get voted for, but I think it was in second place. So maybe one day. I didn't see it. Martin went to go see. He bit the bullet on that. But yeah, even from the trailer that I saw, horrible film, terrible. Perfect candidate for the movie roast. So maybe one day. Oh, $5 from G. Colby again. Would you guys ever consider doing a review for the Malcolm in the Middle revival limited series when it comes out? Maybe. Probably so. I used to watch that show back in the day all the time, man. Sunday nights used to be taken up by The Simpsons and Malcolm in the Middle and the X-Files. But yeah, Malcolm in the Middle, I used to watch this every Sunday. I did an interview with this guy who was a kid at the time. Frankie Nunez? Is that his name? Anyway, yeah, I did an interview when he was just a little kid. He was in a movie about a dog with Luke Wilson. And yeah, he was a little boy, man. So, but yeah, I digress. But yes, I used to watch the show all the time. So why not, man? He's like, what, 45 years old now? So yeah, probably. More than likely, yeah. Maybe just for me, because I'm curious about watching this. You know who's not coming back? Dewey. Dewey says, nah, man. Dewey said, no, I'm too smart for this dumb shit. Dewey is like going to Harvard. Yeah, there he is right there. Yeah, Dewey, he was a little brother. The big ears. He looked like something from a Dr. Seuss book or something. But he said, that's who he's being. Let me see here. I guess he's being recast by this guy, but I think this is Dewey today. And Dewey said, man, I'm a genius. Shit, I'm going to Harvard. I ain't got time for this dumb shit. So I don't know if that's not what he said. No, he said he wished him luck because I know that Walter White called him up and said, man, we got greenlit. We're going to be doing this. And he's like, that's cool. Good luck. I'm not doing it. And so, yeah, he made his decision and he moving on with his life. I kind of think that's cool when actors, because everybody thinks acting is such this coveted thing that it's magical and you reach a certain level of acting and that's just like there's nothing else you want to do. You made it. Acting is such a hard gig to get, even on a smaller level. And it's hard to believe when people say no. We were just talking about Game of Thrones. The guy that played Joffrey, who was a horrible character. Everybody hated Joffrey. People watched the show just to hate on Joffrey. Ended up being, the actor was a really nice guy. And he ended up wanting to do philanthropy and he wanted to go on with his education. So yeah, it's kind of crazy, man, when you hear about people turning down acting. But yeah, Dewey said, I don't want to do it, man. I'm done. I'm out the game. So yeah, I would probably do a review of that. We'll see how popular it gets. $10 from Furious7823. Do you still draw in your spare time? I'm trying to fill my old sketchbooks. Do you have any tips on that? Man, you know what? Stay here. I'll be right back. Be right back. I'm coming right back. Hold on. I'm coming back to the show. Yeah, people. I only want to show you something. Yes, to answer your question, straightforward, yes, I still draw, and I want to show you something. I'm having so much fun drawing on my iPad right now. You can't really see this. Man, never mind. Damn, I went through all that trouble. You can't see shit on there. I didn't even think about that. I don't think you can see anything. But you can see that interface right there. And it's probably best I don't show this. But I'm drawing in a program on my iPad. And you can see the tools that on this side over here to draw with. And if you look, You can animate on this. It has a timeline. And I was just talking to Martin about this. I'm really turned on by new technology, things that you can do quicker, more efficient, but still keep creativity behind it. And I'm drawing in this program called Toon Squid. And so, yes, I'm drawing a lot because I'm working on a short right now. And just to give you just a quick reason why I'm drawing all of a sudden is because I've been sitting on a script for a short for years. I just wrote it for fun. I did not have any real ambitions behind it, but I said, when the time is right, I will probably figure out how to do this. And with AI being out right now, and AI being able to assist, not do the whole thing, not even do, it would do the heavy lifting. I'm trying to see how I can make it a one-man studio or a two-person studio without trying to, and see if I can finish the short that way and just do it more, more efficiently. I'm always turned on by new technology. Like when I first started doing animation, I didn't really enjoy it as much as I thought I did until digital came into play. Things like Flash, which used to turn into Adobe Animate, and now that's even gone, replaced by all these other programs that you can animate with on your iPad. When you introduce new technology that can help you get production done more efficiently and faster, that always interests me, man. So with this script, I found myself drawing model sheets and characters and even experimenting with animation again. So yeah, I've had this whole thing where I'm drawing all the time now. I'm sitting around, I carry my iPad with me somewhere, and if I can, I'll start drawing. And it's been a lot of fun. And I'm working towards, maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't, but I'm working towards trying to finish this short and see if I can do it where I can do all the work, like the layouts, the animation breakdowns, the character designs, recording the script and all that kind of stuff, and seeing if AI can come in and help assist with all the other animation that's left. But anyway, yes, I'm drawing a lot right now. But to answer your question about drawing all the time, before anything came in with technology here, before digital came in, all that kind of stuff, I was drawing all the time in a sketchbook. When I was in college, I carried a sketchbook around everywhere that I go. And that sketchbook, our sketchbooks, I filled up like about 3 of them, 4 of them. I would draw in them, I would ink certain drawings, and I would just draw all the time. And if you enjoy drawing, you want to get better, my tip for you is to carry a sketchbook around with you or get an iPad. But I would say, man, I don't know. I think I would draw more if I had a pencil and an actual paper and a sketchbook. Carry that around with you, man, and just draw all the time. Whether you're drawing something from your imagination or you're drawing from things around you, draw all the time. And if you love drawing, you will do it. If you don't love it that much, you won't. And it's not. I'm not saying you don't have a passion for it. I'm just saying, because I went through a phase. I didn't draw for a long time, and now I'm enjoying it. I'm loving it. So yeah, man. So yeah, just draw all the time. That's the only way you're gonna get better. But carry a sketchbook around with you. Don't worry about an iPad. Get a sketchbook with blank pages, and get yourself a pencil. I like working with a mechanical pencil because that way you don't have to sharpen it. And get yourself an eraser and travel with that all the time, draw all the time, and you'll find yourself getting better before you know it. I promise you. And the thing that I'm drawing with digitally right now, I told you guys, since you couldn't see, what the hell? Since you couldn't see my screen, I'm drawing this thing called Toon Squid. Toon Squid is an animation program, but it's also a sketch program. You can just draw in there. And if you want to animate your sketches or your drawings, you can. They got all kind of line tools and everything, and they work in layers and frames. But if you just want to sketch in there, you can do that too. So that's what I'm doing right now. Oh, let's see here. Let's see what else we got. Oh, come on now. Really? I had to refresh my page. It's doing something weird right now. Come on now. Let's see here. This is from Doug Enveloper. Corey, good luck traveling to New York. I heard lines at Austin International Airport are at 4 to 5 hours. How will you be passing the time while in line? I'll be drawing on my sketchbook right here that I just showed you in my drawing program. Yeah, I will. I don't know, man. I think it's terrible what's going on with our government right now. I think I mean, really, I think you can hate me for saying this. I think MAGA is ruining this country. I think Trump is ruining this country, but this government shutdown is stupid on all parts of our government. So, yeah, I'm not looking forward to traveling to New York, but thank God I can sit down and at least I know ahead of time. And hopefully, who knows, man, by April, maybe something will be done. But I think it's terrible the way they're treating the TSA workers. I think it's terrible the way they're treating American people who are just trying to get from one place to another. Mostly I think Trump and MAGA I think you MAGA fuckers you're so disillusioned, man. You don't want to say, and get mad at me. I don't give a fuck anymore. You just, it's either, you treat it like a sport. Oh, well, I would never vote for anybody else outside of this. You don't want to admit when you're wrong. You got a fucking pedophile and a crook and a felon who's our president, but you still want to go out and act holier than thou. I love the kids. We hate anybody that hurts the kids. I love America. I love God. You got a godless fucking rapist, possible rapist, at least pedophile enabler in office. And that's why I don't listen to all you fuckers anymore, man. Anybody comes to me talking about Jesus, talking about America, talking about patriotism, talking about religion and God, I don't want to hear your shit, man. If you voted for this fucking dude, you know what? All that shit makes you a hypocrite, okay? I mean, it's been proven. You see there's been the Epstein files. You see how the country's going. You see the economy. What more do you need to fucking see? I mean, what do you just, can you just not admit when you're wrong? Do you just hate other fucking minorities or gays or women or anybody who thinks different than you that much? Man, fuck off, man. Yeah, I'm sorry. Fuck yourself. Fuck yourself if you're one of these MAGA people. You can still watch the show. We can still be friendly. If I see you at a bar, I'll be nice. But really, man, I've had it. I've fucking had it. I've just had it with people and that's everybody, by the way. I've had it with everybody. I've had it with people kissing politicians' asses, celebrities' asses. I've had it with people being just, nonchalant and just not caring about anything. I've had it with people who just don't give a fuck about anything. I have people who only care about their own causes. I've had it with everybody. Fuck all of y'all, man. That's why nothing gets done. Fuck you MAGA people, and then you have all these apathetic people who are like, well, what's going to happen? Nothing I can do. I don't care, man. Just get bitches and money, right? I've had it with all you assholes. All you fuckers, man. It's just, everybody got their own agenda. Everybody got what they like, and everybody we're just a very, very, very selfish society right now. Everybody's thinking about their own shit. Everybody's thinking about themselves. Nobody's keeping up with things. Nobody's being educated. Nobody gives a fuck. I don't know, man. So, but yeah, really, you MAGA folks, you can go fuck yourself. Anyway, gas is crazy. Gas is out of control right now for a war. We're at war with Iran for what reason? You can say whatever you want to about their society. And by the way, the people over there, yeah, sure, the government looks crazy. But you know what else looks crazy? Our fucking government looks crazy. But over there, you want to talk about them being barbarians. They're living just like us, the normal people. Over in Iran, they're living just like us, man. Everybody just wants to eat, drink, fuck, go to bed, have a good time, go to work, make money. Normal everyday people. I see this when I travel. But don't talk about them. Over here, we murdered 2 people. ICE murdered fucking 2 innocent people. And we want to talk about another country? You must be out your fucking mind. You want to talk about some other country, and we're murdering Americans right here. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Kiss my ass. I don't mean to get negative or anything, but man, everybody better wake the fuck up. And you MAGA motherfuckers better wake up, man. I hear too many fucking stories from my friends about the MAGA parents, the MAGA brothers, the MAGA sisters, the MAGA aunts, uncles, and how stupid the fucking arguments are because they just dance around everything that they said that they wanted America to be because they thought Trump was going to do it, and everything that he's ruining, they got an excuse for. Stop making excuses and own up to what's wrong. You know? Anyway. Let me leave this shit behind. You ever heard of Cheddar Chipmunk? It's a children's series about a chipmunk that found Jesus or something and loves M&Ms. There's one of the specials where there's a guy who was in love with the mop. What the fuck were you talking? What is this thing called? man, listen, I'm too tipsy for this shit. I might be too drunk for this right now. What the hell? What is this called? Chatter Chipmunk? The hell are you talking about? Let me see here. Chatter Chipmunk. All right, I'm on this. All of a sudden, I'm in love. I'm in love with this. What the? I just saw this look like, what the hell is this? So that's Chatter Chipmunk, huh? Let me see here, man. Look, I don't want to be mean. Let me. that damn chipmunk reminds me of somebody. I'm looking at that chipmunk right now. That chipmunk looks like Emmanuel Lewis. Y'all remember Webster? Y'all remember that show, Webster? That's the first thing I saw when I saw that. I'm sorry. Somebody saw you wrong. Yeah, I'm wrong. I'm very wrong. I am foul for that. Somebody said, no, I am. I am, man. Man, what the fuck is this? Somebody said Martin got a cousin. Yeah, Martin got a little Manuel Lewis in him. So I got to watch this. I'm on this now. I wish I could watch some of this right now. I can't show clips while we're here. But, man, if I could, oh, hell yeah, we'd be watching this all night. Chatter Chipmunk. These pictures get crazy every time I click on them, man. That damn on a yacht. The SS Chatter. Look at that. Look at this. This damn old flicked ass puppet they got out here. Okay. Yeah, we got to watch this one day. Who told me this? Who told me about this? Maybe after Twitch one day. Yeah, who told me about this? That was Trev. Trev Movies, man. Thank you. Thank you. I live for weird shit like this. This thing looks like a furry nutsack with eyes. Look at this. Yeah. Thank you for that, man. That's quite the discovery right there. I love it. Hey, Corey and DT Gang. This is from Jake Dyer. Hey, Corey and DT Gang, are you planning to do a bad movie roast on the 2D animated Chipmunk movies like the Chipmunk Adventure? Man, hey. Since I see there's a theme tonight. Damn, what's going on with chipmunks tonight? Unlike Cheddar, the Chipmunk Adventure, man, I actually like that. Let's not front on the Chipmunk Adventure, my friend. Yeah, no, man. I listen. I don't claim for this to be the best script, but I like the Chipmunk Adventure. The Chipmunk Adventure is actually well animated. There's some great animation in this. It's not bad. I don't think. I used to watch it on HBO all the time. I think that's why I watched it. So nah, man, I'm not gonna front on the Chipmunk Adventure at all. Nah, I'm a fan. Sorry. Yeah, I actually remember watching the animation on that as a kid and like, damn, this is actually pretty good. So yeah, that's yeah, man. I have to say a big no on that. But I don't know. Maybe I'll watch it again and be like, damn, he's right. This is some bullshit. But I don't know. Let me check it out again. It's been years since I've seen the Chipmunk Adventure, but when I remember the Chipmunk Adventure was actually pretty good. Or maybe I was just taken in by the animation, but I liked it, man. I used to watch it all the time. Popped up on HBO all the time. Oh, G. Colby once again with $5. What are some of the albums you consider to be a 10 out of 10 or better than sex? For me, Green Day's American Idiot is my all-time favorite album. Man, that is a great album. That is a great album, man. Oh, look, I'm going to say some of the ones that you probably already know. I think Purple Rain is a great album. I think Purple Rain, oh man, Purple Rain, I could put that on and listen to that over and over again. Like if I was, because I remember at one time listening to it when I had it on, I was working at a studio and I had it on, somebody let me borrow the tape, and I remember flipping that tape over and listening to it all day. So Purple Rain, the album, yeah, that's one that I think is a 10 out of 10. Carlos gave me that. Y'all know Carlos Ronglos. He gave me that, man, when I first got a record player. And I put that on, and we listened to it. He gave it to me for Christmas, and I think he was over for Christmas Eve. And it was cold outside, and we sat there and had some drinks and listened to this. And I really enjoyed myself that night with Carl. I was married at the time. Carl. We listened to Purple Rain, man. Purple Rain is great. Yeah, man. Look, yeah, Thriller and Off the Wall. Thriller, Off the Wall. Let me see here. Yeah, those. Yeah, man, those albums are amazing. And also, let me see, man. Let me see. I would say another one is. Another one for me is, if you want to go to hip hop, Midnight Marauders by A Tribe Called Quest. Midnight Marauders is an album I can listen to over and over again. It's the perfect combination of jazz sampling, and it's a staple of the golden age of hip hop, man. Midnight Marauders is a classic. Classic right there. Masterpiece. Want to go to hip hop again? An album that I can listen to that had a big impact on me is, let me see here. Straight Outta Compton, the NWA album. I think that album is a 10 out of 10. Had such an impact. It's amazing, you know, as far as being it might not be everybody's cup of tea, but as far as kicking off one of the highlights of the gangster rap genre, and just being, man, if you listen to the lyrics, you can see them as being violent and misogynistic, yeah, but they really were one of the first albums out there to really, really kick off, hey, man, this is life. This is what it is. And I would say 2 albums, since we're doing double albums by people. I would say, let me see here. I would say that 2 albums by the Gorillaz. The first album, self-titled album, and then Demon Days. Demon Days, both those albums are genius. Both those albums are incredible. So yeah, I would say, yeah, man. Oh, man, you know what? Somebody said better than Fear of a Black Planet. Let me see here. You know what? I was going to say this. And it's funny you should say that, but I think that Fear of a Black Planet is incredible, but it takes a nation of millions to hold us back from Public Enemy. That's a 10 out of 10 for me. That whole album is incredible to me. You know, you want to talk about what they call militant rap, whatever. But that's an amazing album, man. And last but not least, and somebody beat me to it. I mean, I could go all day with albums, but I think that since we're talking, I have two more actually. I think that let me see, Speaker Box, The Love Below. I think that that's a great album. That's a genius album right there. You know, just first of all, one guy being experimental, one guy being more southern hip hop, and putting those on the same compilation. That's incredible, man. And like I said, I could go all day with albums, man. You know, I'm sure that there's some albums today. I think. Let me see here. Let me see. Oh, hold on. Let me see. Let me see here. I love. Let me see. Oh, let me see. Let me see here. I just want to look at this up. I'm gonna move on. Oh, hold on. Oh, there it is. I think Good Kid, Mad City is an album from Kendrick Lamar. Good Kid, Mad City. I could listen to that album all day. I think that album's great. Good Kid, Mad City is awesome. And let me see here. This will be my last one because I could talk. You know, I could talk rock. I could talk hip hop. I could even bring up some maybe some old country, but I'll close out with this. The first three albums by Jimi Hendrix. Are You Experienced? What was it? Are You Experienced? Album with Voodoo Child on there. Oh, what was the second one? The first three albums by Jimi Hendrix. Now you want to talk about being genius album. That guy came out with a sound that inspired the rest of music right after that. And yeah, Jimi Hendrix was incredible. All the members are dead right now. But Are You Experienced? Electric Ladyland. Yeah, Are You Experienced? Electric Ladyland. And oh man, what else was it? Anyway, if you find the first three albums from Jimi Hendrix, they're great. And then they got some other bootlegs and stuff out there. But yeah, anyway. Let me see here. What was it? Let me see here. Jimi Hendrix, first three albums. I just want to make sure I'm telling you right. Oh, let me see. Yeah, so there's Are You Experienced? And yeah, favorite out of the first three Jimi Hendrix albums. Let me see here. There's Are You Experienced? And then there's oh shit. Axe as Bold as Love. Yeah. Yeah, Are You Experienced? Axe as Bold as Love and Electric Ladyland. Yeah, those albums are amazing. And close out with this. I always say that, but man, really, this one is definitely an album I could listen to over and over again. And this will be my last one. Mad Villainy from Madlib and MF Doom. Mad Villainy is a classic album of great lyrics, free flow lyrics, and just samples, crazy samples, man. So there you go. There you go, y'all. That would be some albums right there. The Unseen is a great one too, but some people don't know about that. I'm not gonna hit them too hard with that. Somebody said, just go ahead and say your favorite music from Corey Feldman. You got me. Yes, you got me. You got me. All right. I didn't go too deep because I can get real deep with y'all. I could go to the Doors. The Doors made some incredible music. Oh yeah, I could go real deep with y'all, man. But you know, I just put some stuff out there I thought you might know. We'll leave it at that. Great question, G. Colby. Melanie Carroll came in at the warm and toasty level. Thank you. Please roast Resident Evil Vendetta. It's insane. That's from Dol Chan. And I guess you're from Thailand. Dol Chan. Okay, 40 baht. So I go to Thailand all the time. I'll probably go to Thailand. I was supposed to be there at this point right now. But I'll probably be going in April, maybe May. Looking forward to it. I love Thailand, man. Resident Evil Vendetta. Which one is that? Resident Evil Vendetta. Which one was that? Oh, is that? I don't think I saw this. Looks terrible. Yeah. I think I saw some of this. I think because it's one of those animated ones, right? Yeah, that one's pretty bad. They're like, damn, it's just one long cutscene from the video game. From video game, it's not very good. But yeah, I might do that one day. We should do it now because Requiem is so big. But yeah, it's pretty bad if I remember. This is from Peter. Peter, I can't see his whole name, but Peter gave 249 MX, whatever that is. How, Corey, do you have any tips for new independent animators now that animation is kind of in a weird spot? Been watching y'all since 2017. Back on the strange thing about the Johnson days. Yeah, man, strange thing about the Johnson. They bust in the bathroom, that dude's in the bathtub, and you're like, ah! Yeah, if you don't know what I'm talking about, type in dude in bathroom. No, type in dude in bathtub screaming. In fact, you know, I'm going to try it right now. Let's type in and see what happens. Man, let me see. Man in bathtub. I'll put bathtub. Bathtub screaming. And got nothing of what I was talking about. I thought surely my man would pop up. Let me put Johnson's after that. All right, there we go. There's at least one image. There he is right there. Ah! Yeah, strange thing about the Johnsons is the guy who made Midsummer and Hereditary. He made a really crazy short. Go watch that, man. It's if you're up for that kind of thing, it's insane. But what were you asking? Oh, animation tips. Do I have any animation tips for independent animators? Yes. Please check out all the apps that are available right now. If you have an iPad, there's a lot of stuff that's available for you to make animation right there on the spot. There's a dude he's an ex-Disney animator. He took one of the programs that are available. Once again, let me tell you what I'm using, man. Since you asked, I'm using something called ToonSquid. And ToonSquid is something that you can use to make anime. I'm not getting paid by this, by the way. This is made by one guy. I'm just giving him a lot of love because I play with a lot of animation apps, just going in and screwing around. And this one is very simple, very straightforward. But Procreate 2 is something I'm using. And there's a guy who went in and made a whole animated short that looked like Disney quality animation on an iPad Pro. But there's also stuff you can use on your desktop and whatnot. And man, just take advantage of these new apps that are out there that help you produce animation quickly. And I'm not saying that from a lazy standpoint. Animation is such a laborious process. If you can use something that makes it quicker to learn, then do that. And you might find yourself producing YouTube shorts with an animated character that you made. And who knows, you might be able to make a living from that. I see a lot of people today, a lot of young people who they make videos with their animated characters and they do it all on their own. And they put out these videos showing you how to use these apps. Go on YouTube, look at some tutorials on how to use some of these apps. Find one that you like. I gave you a couple of them. Procreate 2, ToonSquid, but there's others out there. For whatever you're working on, you can type in what you're using, Some AI will come up and tell you what's available. Experiment with these different things, and learn the ins and outs of the things that you like, and just start, man. Just do it. Believe me. I mean, there's no excuse, because when I started animation, it was paper and hours and hours and hours, which led to days, which led to weeks of trying to get the simplest animation done. So today you can do stuff in a day if you want to, depending on what you're doing. And it's just, the technology is there. Take advantage of it, and just practice animation as much as you can using those tools, because it's never been easier to get into. I promise you. I'm not trying to say that animation's easy, but it's never, the barrier of entry for animation has never been easier. There was a time, if you want to be an animator, you better be ready to dedicate your life to that, because you had to go through an apprenticeship. You had to sit down and learn from some animation master. It was very VIP. It was very inclusive. You know, it was something that a lot of times it was a way of just telling people, crushing their dreams early on and saying, you know what, you can't do this, and you never will be able to do it. That's not the case right now. So please take advantage of that. Let me see here. What year were you born? 1971. September 9th, 1971. And that is from Jenny from Super Kitties. Gave $5. Oh, how you doing, Super Kitty? Kitty, kitty, kitty. I like that name. Whenever somebody says kitty, I like that. There's an old porn star. She's dead now. But she was making porn in like her 50s. Her name was Kitty Fox. Look up, I would say look her up. Maybe, be careful when you do that. But I just thought that was funny. The woman got into like porn when she was like in her 50s. And that was her name. So every time I hear Kitty, I think about this woman. That took a really twisted turn. I'm sorry. Let's see here. G. Colby, once again, $5. Thoughts on Doomsday? Both Doom 3 and Doomsday coming out on the same weekend. I don't know why they would do that. Because it's not really counter-programming, is it? Are they really? My whole thing is that one of those is going to move. And if I had to guess, I would say that it's going to be Doom 3. Doomsday is going to be huge. Regardless of what you think about it, it's going to be huge. Doom is nothing to sneeze at either, but I don't think it carries the weight that Doomsday does. So I don't know why they would choose to do it on the same day. I imagine one of those is going to move. But I would love to see how that works out if nobody budges. But yeah, I will put my money on Dune moving their date as they get closer to it. Marvel ain't gonna do shit. They don't have to. All right. But even if they decide to keep that, I think Dune will. They're not gonna be doing themselves any favors opening that same weekend. I know that it has its fans, but it just seems like good business to me to move to another date where you're not competing with another big blockbuster. I mean, they're both kind of sci-fi fantasy in a way. So, they're genre films of the same type almost. Granted loosely, but I mean, they have the same DNA. Action, fantasy, sci-fi. I think the fans are going to gravitate towards Doomsday. That's just how it is. So yeah, I would move if I was an executive. I would move it, but I'm not. So who knows? Let's see here. This is from Sathis. Evening, good sir. I'm curious, out of these two actors, who do you think is the more underrated, underappreciated? Sam Rockwell or Walton Goggins? Walton Goggins, man. Walton Goggins is having his day right now. But Sam Rockwell, he has an Academy Award, right? Didn't he get an Academy Award for the 3 billboards outside or whatever the fuck? Walter Goggins is having his day right now. But Walter Goggins, I think, is still a step behind Sam Rockwell. And Walter Goggins is great. He's definitely come up a lot further from what he used to be. Like, I remember him, first time I really recognized him was from The Shield. And then he got really recognized for that modern Western show with Timothy Oliphant. I forgot the name of it. I say Walter. Yeah, Walton Goggins. But Walton Goggins, man, I saw him on The Shield, and of course, everybody, he was younger and he got more of a supporting character, but very good. But yeah, Justified. Then he was on Justified. I remember on Justified they made him a bigger character because his character was so popular. But Walton Goggins now, yeah, he's the ghoul from Fallout, and he was just in White Lotus. Man, he's definitely coming up. He's definitely a name now. He's definitely well known. He's definitely, I would say he's up there with A-list, but still a step behind Sam Rockwell, because Sam Rockwell has been, I guess, recognized as being a bigger star for longer, and Sam Rockwell has an Academy Award. That's right. He was in Django. He was in. I didn't know he was in Django. I forgot about that, but I do remember. Yeah, he was in Hateful Eight. He's very good in Hateful Eight. Walton Goggins, I'm a fan. I like him a lot, man. I like him a lot. I mean, he was recently in a Super Bowl commercial, so he's definitely mainstream now. If he's not A-list, he's very, 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 very top tier mainstream. So, he's a great actor. Plays a lot of racist, but I remember I thought maybe this guy is kind of racist. I don't know. Yeah, and that's right, man. I think that his voice work is perfect. I think his voice work is absolutely on the mark as Cecil in Invincible. That's great. That's a great picture right there. But yeah, no, I think he does a great job. If you haven't seen Invincible, great show, man. It's an animated superhero show. But Walton Goggins plays this character Cecil. He was a head of a government agency that pretty much protects the world by hiring or incorporating superheroes to come in and work for them. And he does great voice work on that. So yeah, Walton Goggins is great, man. Yeah, Invincible's so good, right? I just did a video about it. I love that show, man. If you haven't seen it. Oh, Satyas once again with $5. Out of these two directors, who do you think is the more underrated or underappreciated? Matt Reeves or Rian Johnson? Whose movies do you enjoy more? I'm going to have to put Matt Reeves up there, man. Nothing against Rian Johnson, but Matt Reeves, he gave me the perfect trilogy, the Planet of the Apes movies. Now, I know he didn't start it, but I think he came in at the last two movies. And I wasn't in love with his last Batman movie, but I thought it was okay. But Matt Reeves, he did the vampire movie, what was it, Let Me In, I believe. I'm sure I got that name wrong, but he did the vampire movie. He did the Planet of the Apes movies, and then he did the Batman movie, which I thought was great. Rian Johnson is doing the detective movies that are on Netflix right now. He's doing a great job at it. But Rian Johnson, he also did that Star Wars movie, that second Star Wars movie, and I hate that movie, man. I don't hate it. I just thought it was just very, very mediocre. And I'm not talking about because of any Star Wars fandom or lore or being a fan myself and being entitled. I just thought it was a really mediocre movie. And Matt Reeves does not have a movie on the level of, at least not that I remember. You might remind me. That's on the level of that Star Wars movie. Oh yeah, Matt Reeves also did Cloverfield. That's right, which I think is an amazing film. I love Cloverfield. Now, not everybody loves Cloverfield, but man, Cloverfield at the time when it came out, it had such an impact. And Matt Reeves, he directed that movie. So yeah, man. Yeah, Matt Reeves definitely is the person just by the projects that he's made. Nothing against their work. They're both very talented people. I'm not trying to disparage either one of them. But Matt Reeves has just made more movies that I like, that I don't, not only do I like, I love. And yeah, and Rian Johnson, Rian Johnson makes some good movies, but none of them on the same level as the Rian Johnson movies for me. Cloverfield, huge impact on me. Love the Planet of the Apes movies that Matt Reeves has done. So yeah, I don't. What can I say? It's a personal thing. I know that Rian Johnson did Brick, and that movie's really good too. But like I said, talk about the rest of the work he's done. But if you haven't seen Brick, that's a great film. It's sort of a film noir in high school. It's a very clever idea. Oh, let's see what else we got here. This is from Il Magic 94. Do you think Nolan's Odyssey will be a 3-hour film? Yes. Everything feels like a 3-hour film today. So yeah, these days when I hear about a movie coming out, especially from a big director, I just plan on being there for 3 hours. All right, that's just to get ready. So if it's not, I'm pleasantly surprised. I can go about my life. But yeah. And you know something? That movie looks great. Christopher Nolan is one of the people that I will say, yeah, man, I'm going to give you 3 hours of my life. Although Oppenheimer, I told you, Oppenheimer was slow to me. I'm not as huge of a fan of Oppenheimer. Great direction. It's, amazing film in certain parts, but I got bored by Oppenheimer. I think that Oppenheimer is going to be Oppenheimer was a movie that had brilliant moments. The product was just all right for me, the final product. But what are you gonna say? But Odyssey, yeah, Odyssey looks so good, man. I'll if it's as good as it looks, I'll be willing to let that have 3 hours, man. Because they showed you a scene. If you went to the right movie, they showed you a whole sequence that was brilliant in this. So, yeah, it features the Trojan horse, and you know what I'm talking about if you saw it. That's all I'll say. But yeah, great cast. So yeah, man, I think it's gonna be if it's as good as it looks, 3 hours is fine with me. Michael Locke, $5. Corey, you're gonna be in town next Tuesday or Thursday. I'm still trying to visit you guys if you are. I'm not going anywhere, so yeah, come on by, man. Come on by and see a show. Elijah, have you checked out the trailer for The Furious? It looks absolutely insane. I don't even know what that is. The Furious? I'm going to type this in, see what this is. I have not even heard of this. The Furious movie. Is that it? I'm getting fast and furious now. So, yeah, The Furious. Okay, I guess that's it. Looks like an Asian film. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what this is, man. To be honest with you, so I wish I could watch the trailer right now, but we're on YouTube, so I mean, I can't show anything. Can't look at it for myself, but I will watch it afterwards if it's as sane as you say it is. $10 from Promo Mac. I'm sure there's more to that name, but that's where it cuts off. Corey, wish your twin in movie. What's that? Wish your twin in movie taste. The beautiful Jalna, as in Django. A happy birthday. Wish your twin Jalna. Okay, who is this Jalna? This better not be no bullshit you showing me right here. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I have no idea what the hell you were talking about. Jalna. Okay. Thank you for the $10. Thank you for the comment. Thank you for watching. Don't know what the fuck you're talking about. But hey, whoever this mysterious Jalna is, happy birthday. Apparently you look like me. To my doppelganger out there, I raise a toast. Dive himself. I remember you saying Howard Stern was an inspiration for you. Do you still listen to Howard Stern, and do you have a favorite Stern moment? Oh, man. I have a lot of favorite Stern moments, and I can't really remember them that much. Even if I brought them up right now, y'all probably wouldn't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, Howard Stern was very much a big influence on me, to the point where maybe it was to a fault. Because Howard Stern, what I liked about Howard Stern is that Howard Stern would just go on in front of a microphone and just be himself, and he wasn't afraid to talk about anything. And it wasn't like he was doing an act. They called him a shock jock. I mean, yeah, he was playing up a character. He was playing up some of his humor. But a lot of it was just like he was just unafraid to say anything, man. And I just kind of felt like, man, I like that natural flow. I like sitting back. And if you watch these shows, you see that I talk a lot about myself. I've learned from, this is what I learned from Howard Stern. And if y'all know about Howard Stern, because some of y'all are young right now, Howard Stern is a shock jock, and he was known for just coming in and saying anything with that within limits that he was allowed to say, but he would push those limits. And he would just be real. He didn't want to play music. He didn't want to be a disc jockey. He wanted to come in and just do some of the most daring things. Now, I'm not at that level where I want to be a shock jock, but Howard Stern just kind of taught me to be more comfortable with myself. I got a lot of insecurities. I got a lot of things in my life that I'm probably ashamed of. Nothing that I did wrong. I'm just kind of, ashamed of who I was at some point. Felt bad about myself. My confidence has been low at times. And Howard Stern just kind of taught me to laugh about those things. Taught me to just come in and be open about those things. And listening to Howard Stern had an influence on me to where me talking about those things felt very therapeutic. And yeah, so that this whole thing about just being open, I got that from Howard Stern, man. And not that I was trying to be like Howard Stern, because you could tell, man, you could see disc jockeys back in the day, DJs who were on mainstream radio who were trying to be like Howard Stern. They couldn't. You could tell that they were trying to imitate him. I'm not trying to imitate Howard Stern at all. Like I said, Howard Stern just taught me to be open. Don't be afraid to just talk about yourself, man. Don't take yourself seriously. Talk about these things. Turn those moments of insecurity into moments of gold for your audience. That's kind of what I learned from him, man. So, yeah, and Howard Stern was very sexist. I mean, his humor is very outdated, extremely outdated. I would almost say that I would say I got my interviewing style from Howard Stern, but I did not at all. I would say that's mostly from a woman called Terry Gross from NPR on a show called Fresh Air. But still, this whole thing is just being, sitting back and I think I learned how to roast people in a way from Howard Stern. There were moments on the Howard Stern show. Those are some of my favorite moments when he would roast some of the people that were on his show, like Baba Booey. Yeah, you want to know one of my favorite moments? He used to always talk about Baba Booey. Yeah, this guy named Gary. Let me see, Baba Booey. And I guess I roast people on my show because maybe because I saw Howard Stern doing it. Because I just learned, man, when somebody says something that's crazy, or somebody says something that's not funny, or somebody says something that's cringy, you can't let that shit just pass. You can't be like, and keep going. It just brings the show down. Sometimes if you point it out and make fun of it, I don't mean to hurt anybody's feelings, but if you point it out, it just, it takes that cringy moment and makes it something funny. Let me see here. Baba Booey. Yeah, here he is right here. Yeah, Gary Delabata. They would make fun of Gary's teeth. There's a Gary puppet that they had. I don't know if I'd be that cruel, but I remember they used to call him a monkey. And I remember it was cruel, man, but I remember they sat him down and he was in there. He was sitting in there. They had this Gary puppet, and then they had another puppet that was a monkey puppet with a diaper. It was one of those monkeys that you could wrap these long ass arms around your neck and like it was hugging you while you're working the puppet. And they had the Gary puppet talking to the monkey, and the monkey would be like, this is very cruel. The monkey would be like, "Father, one day will I grow up to have big teeth like you?" And the Gary puppet like, "Yeah, son. One day you will grow up to have big teeth like me because you are part of my bloodline." I don't know, man. It was something stupid. It was crazy, but yeah, there it is right there, the Gary puppet. Somebody would make it. And I think also relate to Howard Stern because he had what they call a whack pack. I never tried to have that around here, but we have a cast of crazy characters around here. You know that. So let's see here. Let me see what else we got here. Yeah, some things I think did not work for Howard Stern. His a lot of his humor does not work today. And to answer your question, do I listen to Howard Stern today? No, I don't. I don't think Howard Stern works as well today as he used to. I think he's gotten too famous, too popular, too rich. He's definitely not as edgy as he used to be. And that kind of humor just doesn't work today. I mean, to be honest with you, it was really pushing limits back in the day. But yeah, I mean, radio is not what it used to be. I'd rather listen to other podcasts or even some YouTubers than Howard Stern at this point. But nothing bad about Howard Stern, man. Listen, I got to give. I think I owe a lot to Howard Stern for what I do. So I'm not talking bad about him. I just kind of grew out of it, and that happens, man. Yeah, it's Howard Stern was honestly kind of creepy with some of the stuff he did. And those things I did not like. Some stuff that he did with women. I'm not trying to be a prude. I'm not trying to look down on them, but even back in the day, even used to say like, yeah, this is kind of weird, and yeah, that stuff wouldn't fly today, man. And then some of the stuff would be funny. I would laugh at some of the stuff some of his sexist humor, but yeah, it doesn't work today. Let's see here. Oh. This is from Suarez. Sup again, Corey, $5. Have you heard about the drama involving Chappell Roan and the stepdaughter of a soccer player who definitely don't know Jorginho? Was this the 11-year-old? So what I read about this Chappell Roan, the pop star right now. I heard that one of her bodyguards push this 11-year-old girl away and maybe talk mean to her or something. Is that what we're talking about? Yeah, she's Jude Law's daughter? Really? Okay. So I don't know much about this. What I think is that, and I don't know. Again, this is me just guessing from what very, very little I read about it. But if it sounds like somebody that worked for her did something to this girl and Chappell Roan didn't know, and so now she's catching shit for it. So yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't, yeah. Something. I don't know. I mean, she still has to come out and say something, but things like that happen. A part of somebody's team or the security crew will do something to somebody, and then it comes back on that person because the celebrity is the face. They're the public figure. And it sounds like that's what happened with Chappell Roan, man. So I think if she doesn't say something, maybe she already has, but she definitely has to say something. But is it her fault? I don't know, man. I don't think it is. These things happen. When you get that famous, man, you can't keep track of what everybody's doing. But it always comes back on you. You're the face. It reflects on you. So I don't know. That's what I would think from that. Yeah, somebody said, "Oh, that Pink Pony girl." Yeah, man. Some of those songs are actually really catchy. I can't say I'm a Chappell Roan fan, but I definitely found myself the other day singing HOTTOGO. You can get me hot to go. I mean, those songs are catchy. That Pink Pony song, Pink Pony Club. Man, those things are catchy. Those songs are. She knows what she's doing as a pop star. She knows what she's doing, man. So yeah. But as far as this whole thing, I don't think it's her fault. I don't think that she meant for anything to bad happen to a little girl. I think maybe one of her team got out of line, or they maybe got a little aggressive, but did their job a little too well. I don't know. But she definitely has to say something because it's all coming back to her. It's gonna fall back on her. So, yeah, that's my opinion. Let me see here. Let me see. Oh no! Don't do this. Don't do this. I have to refresh my page. Look at that. It was acting crazy for some reason. Y'all are just showing too much love tonight. Give me that fan funding. Let's see. Uh, this is from Rastaman Poway. I'm in Queens going 417. Have you seen Gundam anime? Yeah, I've seen Gundam. Gundam's a classic anime, man. I told you I used to watch anime all the time. I don't watch anime as much as I used to, but man, I keep telling you, I'm amazed at how anime has gone mainstream. So yeah, Gundam is classic, man. Yeah, I mean, you want to talk about some classic, robot anime? Yeah, Gundam is where it's at, man. Mobile Suit Gundam. Yeah, I used to keep up with all that, especially in my heyday being an anime fan. I'm trying. Okay, so I'm going to tell you something. I'll tell you this in a little bit. But I was hanging out at a bar a couple of nights with my friends, and who are younger than me. All my friends are younger than me now these days. But we ran into some, I believe, they had to be Gen Z people, and I'm talking about. One of them looked like damn Limp Bizkit. He backwards cap, chains on and shit, and his other friend looked like a damn hipster, and his girl was kind of hot. All of them into anime. All of them love anime, and when we talked about anime all night for about an hour, and I was just amazed at how crazy anime has become so mainstream. Now, to tell you what I was going to tell you, man, I keep hearing about One Piece, and I like the Netflix show so much. I might. I'm not saying I will, but I might try to. Let me see here. I might try to watch as much of the anime that I can. Y'all know there's like 1,000 episodes going on with this. One Piece. I'm thinking about trying to watch a lot of One Piece. Because everybody talks about how it's so great, but how it's 1,000 something episodes. Now you can get through it, I hear, if you skip some filler. And that's probably what I would have to do. But I'm thinking about challenging myself to try to see if I can fit in some One Piece on days that I can. I'm not going to try to do some marathons like other people, but yeah. Because somebody said you should wait. They're about to release a new anime that skips the filler. Okay, you know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to start over. Can I do that? Can I skip the... Because I know there's something, there's bragging rights with watching the original and saying you watched 1,000 episodes or something. But yeah, I heard that they were coming out with a new series. It was too late to start watching. Yeah, okay then. So One Eye Johnny said, don't do it. Don't forget about Iron Fist. You son of a bitch. Koki, you always got to stir shit up. Let me see here. Rob Xavier. Hey, Corey, have you heard of the game Brain Dead 13? It's similar to Don Bluth's Dragon's Lair. You should play both on a stream one day. Brain Dead 13. Let me see what this is. Brain Dead. You know what? I'm gonna say I have not heard of Brain Dead 13. No, I have not heard of Brain Dead 13. What the hell is this? Man, okay. So this was not popular definitely not as popular as Dragon's Lair. I can tell you that right now. But no, I have not heard of Brain Dead 13, at least that I can think of right now. It was never in the arcades. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah. So no, I've not heard of Brain Dead 13. If I have, I don't remember. It sounds kind of familiar. It looks kind of familiar, to be honest with you. And I'm not just saying that. I mean, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know, but this looks familiar, man. I think I have heard of this, but yeah, it wasn't that popular, but maybe one day. Yeah, it was out for PlayStation. Yeah, maybe one day I will check this out, man. I wish I could watch some clips of it, but we're on YouTube, so yeah, I'll see. But Dragon's Lair, I would not mind playing on a stream because that game, fun memories of that, man. I used that the Secret of Nim. I always tell the story about how I used to watch the Secret of Nim, learn how to draw. But also, man, I would look at. Of course, you didn't have videos of Dragon's Lair back in the day, like you have videos of everything now. You can look on YouTube for stuff. All you had was pictures and magazines. I would buy every magazine that had Dragon's Lair in it, and look at the stills and try to learn how to draw in the style of Don Bluth, who did Dragon's Lair. So just nostalgia for me, yeah, maybe one day. Do Dragon's Lair. Steven Segville. For Pride Month, what do you think of roasting Ben and Arthur? If you haven't seen it, I'm gonna tell you right now, probably not. See, here's the thing that we've had this discussion about 3 times tonight. What is it called? Ben and Doug. I don't think that's what I think. That's what it's called. Ben and Doug. Yeah, there it is. Ben and Doug. Yeah, I don't know anything about Ben and Doug, man. I think that's what you said, right? Ben and Arthur. Oh, I had those people completely wrong. Sorry. Ben and Arthur. My apologies to Doug. Ben and Arthur. No, we're not. No, it's not big enough, man. We got to get something that people recognize, a little more mainstream, because people vote on these. I can tell you right now, nobody's heard of Ben and Arthur. Nobody's gonna vote on this. You gotta pick movies that people know, not movies that you know. So, no, I don't even know what that is. But I mean, maybe I'm missing something. I don't know. Trev Movies, $2. I'll send you links to Chatter Chipmunk via email. Please do. Please do. I want to see what that little old nutsack looking ass Chipmunk is about, man. Tim, have you how you seen Michael doing at the box office? Or I guess you say, how do I see Michael doing at the box office? I definitely see him being number 1 that weekend. I don't, honestly, man, I don't know what it is. I can see it probably open up 100 million, but I'm not sure. The marketing is definitely there. I can see it open up to 100 million, but the box office is so weird today. Do I see this being like $1 billion movie? I don't know. Man. I even wonder if it can open up to 100 million. I really don't. I can see it doing that, but man, there's something about me that says today the box office is so weird, and I know normally saying everybody knows about Michael Jackson would be great marketing, but we all know about Michael Jackson, and we've had TV movies on. I don't know, man. I don't know if this is something where this movie can open up that big. But yeah, but even if it does open up at 100 million, I don't know how. I think you have some great performances in there. Coleman Domingo might get nominated for playing Michael's father, Joe Jackson. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it'll do well regardless. But will it be like this record-breaking movie? I don't know, unless it's that good. We'll see. Yeah, but Bohemian Rhapsody, you're right. Bohemian Rhapsody did it. But yeah, I don't know. I'll tell you the other thing. If you had somebody playing Michael that was bigger, maybe, but they have his son. I saw his nephew playing him, and I don't know how much that's drawing people. It's just something about this movie that's making me think, like, yes, it could be huge, but I would not be surprised if it's not as huge as we think it's going to be. So, that's just me. Let's see here. Elijah, $5. Who is the worst director in terms of video game adaptations? Paul W.S. Anderson or Uwe Boll? Man, Uwe Boll, man. Yeah, definitely. Uwe Boll does not even... One of the things that Paul W.S. Anderson does with his movies is that at least he puts some effort in there. They might not be great movies. They might not... He's the guy that makes the Resident Evil movies. That has Mia Jovovich in there, his wife. And let me see here. They might not be great movies, but he puts some effort into them, man. They're movies that he likes to make. You could tell that they're probably bad, but he's making them for him. He's making them, he's making movies that he thinks are fun. Uwe Boll makes movies for tax breaks, okay? Uwe Boll doesn't give a fuck about the property that he's in. Uwe Boll will make a movie and he'll make the cheapest jankety ass shit without even considering at all the source material. And he was doing this for tax breaks, man. Yeah, all his movies are terrible. Paul W.S. Anderson, they feel like they have a budget because those movies do well at the box office. Uwe Boll, none of his movies have done well at the box office. He's never made the amount of money that Paul W.S. Anderson makes. Paul W.S. Anderson, he might not be a great director to a lot of people, but he makes hits, and he does put effort into his movies, and then they go to the box office. This guy he makes complete garbage, and they hardly ever resemble the property that they come from. And he really was making movies for tax breaks. He was kind of cheating the German tax system in a way. He found some kind of workaround. So some loophole. That's why he makes these movies. So yeah, now, Uwe Boll is fucking horrible, which is great for when we do a movie roast, a bad movie roast. But as far as a filmmaker, nah, he's terrible. I'm sorry. I'm really not trying to talk bad about somebody. You know, at least he makes movies, I guess, if that's one way of looking at it. But no, the guy's a horrible fucking filmmaker, man. I'm sorry. Let's see here. Jerickson, $5. Does a part of you worry a majority of people out there might always or only see or associate y'all with one thing, like the movie roast? I mean, they already do associate me with one thing. You know, if I go and do something by myself, there's always somebody who complains, where's everybody else at? What does everybody else do? How come everybody else is on here? Are they coming to say, does anybody else get mad when Corey does something by himself? Like I'm offending people. You know, fuck yourself. I don't worry about it anymore. I used to worry about it. I just do what I feel like doing, and not to the point where I'm just doing something reckless or doing something where I think it's going to bring down the channel. You know, I do a lot of work to make this what it is, and a lot of my personality goes into it. So yeah, man, if I want to do something, I just do it. If I think it's worth, what I'm doing right now. That's a great question, by the way. I'm doing the comedy shows by myself right now. You know, I'm going off and advertising those as solo shows with me. It's not a double toasted thing, even though double toasted is used to advertise it. More and more though, I'm branding it as my thing. Listen, none of us, me, Martin, the Julians, anybody's ever crossed paths with this show or been on this show, nobody should be held down as this is their thing. Okay? You know, we do this. If we want to go off and do something else, then this should not be over our heads. And will people always associate with us with that? Then yeah, you know, because that's what we do the most of. But you can't let that hold you back. If I want to do something, I should never have to worry, well, why doesn't that involve so-and-so? I'm used to seeing you with this person. That's your problem, not me. I'm a different person. I'm an individual. You know, I'm not married to anybody on the show. Martin and I are not married. You know, we don't live together. We got separate lives. I have different things and projects that I'd like to do. I have different interests. And so, you know, just to answer your question straightforward, I don't worry about it. Sometimes it'll happen, sometimes it won't, but I can't worry about it. As a creative person, if I want to do something, I have to do that for myself. I can't always worry about what some dipshit thinks because they can't separate me from something else. You know, I can't hold myself back like that. So, yeah. And I want everybody else to feel like that too. I want all these guys to feel like they can go off and do their own individual thing. They should not have to be, they shouldn't have to always be chained to this. I have this hanging over their head all the time. Let's see here. It's a great question though. Rob Xavier, have you or Martin ever gotten the chance to interview Mike Judge? Martin is friends with Mike Judge. I've met Mike Judge through Martin. And to be honest, I don't think Mike Judge gives shit about me. But Mike Judge, the reason why is because Martin's daughter went to the same school as Mike Judge. And I guess they used to hang out. And so him and Mike Judge used to talk. I don't know if they see each other anymore. But yeah, he knew Mike Judge very well at one time. They went to lunch, and Martin would invite me to go to lunch with Mike Judge. And what am I doing? Why am I showing? Why did I do that? Muscle memory, y'all. Switching to somebody else. I mentioned Martin, like, hey Martin, you remember hanging out with Mike Judge, right? Because Martin would usually be sitting in that chair. No, yeah, Mike, and I've met Mike Judge a few times, man. I've met quite a few famous people in my time, and I've hung out with quite a few famous people. And I don't say anything because I don't know if I made any impact on those people. Mike Judge is somebody that I've met. If he saw me, he'd probably know me. He'd probably say hi, or maybe look at me and avoid me. But he's definitely not somebody that would invite me to a party or something. You know, I mean, he would look at me and be like, "Hey, Corey, yeah, good to see you." If he said anything at all. But with Martin, yeah, he knew him very well. I don't know where they are today as far as their friendship, but and Mike Judge was a nice guy, man. Let me, before I say anything, no, he was very nice. He was real nice. You know, he loved to talk. And he would love to talk about projects that were coming up that he's doing. And I remember at the time when we had lunch with him, he was talking about Beavis and Butthead, the movie. He told us about hanging out with Quentin Tarantino, and Jackie Brown was being filmed at the time. He told us some things about Jackie Brown that hadn't been reported in the news yet. So, man, he was a real nice guy, man. But I can't say that I know him as well as Martin, but Martin knows him pretty well. Man, I should put Mike Judge up right now. There, just in case you know, Mike Judge is the guy that Beavis and Butthead. He did Beavis and Butthead, did the voice for Beavis and Butthead, Hank Hill on King of the Hill. So, yeah, there he is right there. Yeah, real nice guy, man. And I did go to one party with him and Martin, but man, I was invited as a third wheel, you know. So yeah, it was real nice guy though. Let's see here. D's 12684. Will we see Marco again? Yes, you will see Marco again. In some capacity, yes. I can guarantee you will see Marco again. For sure. He gave 321 yen, I guess. Thank you. So I'm guessing that is. I do not know what that translates to in American money. Chewbacca. Love that name, man. I've always loved that name. Chewbacca asks, I want to make content like you, but for gaming/streaming. How do I get comfortable speaking and being in front of a camera like you? Man, treat it like you're talking to a friend, but also treat it like you are also performing. It's not easy, man, to just tell you that and expect you to pick it up, because it's also a personality thing. I've always been somebody who's been outgoing, and people do it better than I do, for certain, I'm sure. But for me, man, I've always been a natural at just being able to talk to people, talk in front of strangers. I've hardly been shy. But what I do is it's a hard thing to manage and find the middle ground on this, but talk like you are talking to a friend. But keep in mind that even though if you feel like you're talking to a friend, you don't see these people. Your camera has to be the person that you're talking to. The camera has to be your friend right now. And also keep in mind that even though you're talking like a friend and you're making it feel casual, you can't make it feel that casual that you leave your audience out. You can't make all kind of inside jokes and references and say things that will make your audience go like, okay, what are you talking about? You know, I tell my guys this all the time, and they don't always listen, but I I absolutely fucking hate inside jokes. I hate when people make references that, that you're not going to get, because that turns your audience off. I mean, we're sitting up here talking to each other. I see people do this all the time, where they sit up here and make references and end jokes, and people, and they don't consider that there's a whole audience out there watching you that don't understand what you're fucking talking about. I fucking hate that. I hate that. And it's detrimental to what you do. So find that middle ground where you treat your audience like a friend, but also realize they don't know you, and you can't keep doing all these inside jokes. You have to make them feel like they're in the loop. You have to make them feel like they are part of the conversation. Hope that makes sense. Let's see here. Tac Tac. You ever see the Afro Ninja movie? Not Samurai. Yeah, wait a minute. Afro Ninja. Afro Samurai. Yeah, I have seen. That's the animated thing that Samuel Jackson did a voice for. Afro Ninja. No. Oh, Afro Ninja, that dude? That dude that hit himself in the head with nunchucks? I have never seen that, but I would love to see that. Yeah, that was a big clip back in the day, man, a long time ago. We're talking about like almost 30 years ago. This dude named Afro Ninja, he did that video where he hit himself and he was going to work some nunchucks and he hit himself in the head and then fell over and knocked the camera over and all this kind of stuff. I didn't know he made I didn't know he made a movie. Did he kick the camera down? That's hilarious, man. I didn't know that. It was so popular that he was even a video from the band Weezer where he actually did the whole thing and he did it right. He got the trick right, whatever it is he was trying to do. So yeah. To answer your question, no, I have not seen that at all, sir. Let's see here. $5 from Mark Murders. If I want to make a hype train, how do I get the music? Oh man, how do they get the music? Because I don't give it to people. That's actually a good question. Here's our hype train music right here. Let me see here. Hey! Hype train. Hey, how's it going? I don't know, man. I think it's on YouTube. I think the song is on YouTube. I should make a page where you can get it. Somebody says some crappy music. Oh, come on. It's on Reddit on crappy music, but nah, man, it's out there. If I can find it, I'll probably just make a page where everybody can get it, because I know a lot of people love making hype trains right now. So yeah, we'll see. I think we're reaching the end of everything here, man. I think we got a couple more questions and then we're done. Yeah, I think we reached all the videos all the questions that we got to answer. And that's a good thing because we can call this off now. I got some things I got to do anyway. But I've had a great time with y'all, man. It's been pretty awesome tonight. Let's see here. It's from Elijah once again. $10. I know you visited the set of the new Resident Evil movie. You think fans of the games would be satisfied with the film than previous adaptations, despite having an original story? Well, it depends on how it's done, right? I mean, just to be on the positive right here. And yeah, I do want to be on the positive because the director was nice enough to let me be on the set. But you got a director who's made two great films. One of them can claim to be an Academy Award-winning film now. You have your girl who won for Weapons. So I would like to think that it's in good hands. This original story is probably... look, it could go either way, right? I mean, you got some fans out there, hardcore fans, who want to see the characters from the game. But then you got some people who have seen how some of these Paul W.S. Anderson movies have worked out, and they're thinking like, okay, maybe an original story is the way to go. Maybe that's the way to avoid messing up something that the fans love and creating something kind of new, or walking a safe ground where general audiences can enjoy it. So yeah, I don't know, man. It could go either way. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. And finally, this is it, y'all. Last one. $5. Hey, Corey, longtime fan. Have you ever considered doing animation tutorials? Oh, man, no. No, I have not. Maybe drawing tutorials or... Listen, no animation at all. Because I haven't done it in a while, and I don't think I'm the best animator to do it at this point. Maybe once... I'm working on an animated short right now, and when I say working on, I mean that loosely. I told y'all earlier that I'm drawing more, and I'm playing around with AI as a tool to help with an animated project that I wrote. But again, it's very casual way I approach this. I don't know how it's going to go. I don't know if it's going to be finished. The script is there. I'm making some progress on doing some stuff, a lot of research. I'm very excited. I am so enthusiastic about exploring this new technology along with making it a workflow and working more traditionally with animation. So if I feel like I can do that, then I'll feel more comfortable coming out and doing an animation tutorial. The thing I would like to work on before that is I would like to do a class about, I don't know, what I do now, podcasting, streaming. And it would be how to make money. Well, let me see. How can I phrase this? It would be how to make money doing podcasting and streaming without having to be the biggest podcaster out there or the biggest streamer out there. Because I make a very good living, y'all. Listen, I don't have a million subscribers. All our videos don't meet y'all. No, they don't meet 200,000 all the time, 500,000, a million views. But we found a way to actually make very good money doing what we're doing. And I think that's the secret, because everybody is intimidated about this, either because they don't know how to do it, or when they do it, they want to be the biggest, and they're intimidated by the bigger people out there. And nah, man, it's not about getting rich. It's not about being the biggest. It's about making either making some good spending money or extra money, or just making a living doing it. There's nothing wrong with making a living. You don't have to be a millionaire. You can make a very good, comfortable living doing this and doing what you love. It's not always easy work, but we found a flow. We were just talking today about how things are looking so good for us right now, man. How we're having early in 2026, we're already having a very good year. We've kind of found what works for us right now. So yeah, man. There's something to that. Everybody thinks I gotta come out and be Mr. Beast. I gotta be rich. I gotta have 1 million subscribers. And you don't have to have that. You can find a way to do this and make a very comfortable living doing it. I mean, I do this. I have enough money to buy a house, to travel, to buy whatever I want out there without, I don't go out and get crazy and buy 2 Lamborghinis or anything like that. But I got enough to do what I want, man. And I do this as my main job, and I enjoy it. And I would like other people to find that. I mean, and like I said, you don't even have to make this your living. What if you could do this as just some extra supplemental income? That would be cool. You don't even have to work as hard as I do, and you could just make just a little bit of income to come in and pay off something or make some spending money, travel money, So yeah. Let me see here. So that's it, y'all. We are, if I was to do a tutorial, I would do a class on that. But that's it, y'all. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate you all. Love you all. I talk about how well we're doing, but man, I wouldn't be able to do this if it weren't for you, right? And you guys came in and somebody said, "Oh, that's it. That is it." Yeah, somebody said encore. Well, somebody said finish that drink. You know what? I tell you what, I will do one more question if you have it for a super chat. If you don't, we'll give it, we'll give it some Mr. Yasman said, Corey, Ben and Arthur is a gay love story if Tommy Wiseau had directed it. I don't know why that sounds funny to me, but that you know what? I want to watch this, man. Okay, so whoever that guy was that recommended this, you should have sold me like that, because I now want to watch this. I don't know how maybe people do know about this, man. But okay, I will watch this now. So at least part of it. I might pop this on tonight. It sounds like something I don't really have to pay attention to. So I don't know. Is there a trailer? I'm sure there is, but we can't watch it on YouTube, man. So, all right. Do we have a roast tomorrow? Yes. Joshua in the Promised Land, which is crazy. So yeah, I know my man said, now you're interested. Man, you got to sell it. A gay love story directed by Tommy Wiseau? Man, how does that not perk your ears and get your attention? Come on. Somebody said, I saw it. It's bad. Okay, you know what? My apologies to that person who recommended this. But still, you got to vote for this, man. If people vote for this, I don't know why it's so much funnier now. If people vote for this, yes, then I will make it happen. I don't know why I'm laughing so hard. Okay, yeah, we got one more. There we go. We got one more, and that's it. And that's the encore right there. Encore. Do you want more? Box Click came in and said, how you feeling about the Spider Noir show? And finish that drink. Man, look, I got this much left right here. Just enough to answer your question. Spider-Man Noir. I'm very much looking forward to this, man. That's the kind of daring, creative stuff that Sony should be doing, man. Not all this goddamn Kraven the Hunter and Morbius bullshit. You know, just doing stuff that's a very obvious lame-ass corporate move. Spider-Man, look, I put what the fuck? I must be drunk right now. Let me show you what I put up here. Afro Ninja Spider Noir Man. Look at that. I gotta get out of here, y'all. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing anymore. Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to this, the live action version. You know, they're doing a live action version of this with your man Nicolas Cage. So I thought I thought the character was very cool in the Spider-Verse movie. So yeah, I think it's a very daring and creative move to do a spinoff with this character, especially in live action. And I'm just wondering how dark they're going to get with this. But yeah, I'm very much looking forward to that, man. Very much looking forward to it. All right, there you go. There you go, y'all. No more. Please, no more. Don't post any more questions. We had a good spot getting out of here. I got drunk. I still got to exercise tonight, and I'm sitting up here drinking. So, all right, y'all. More. Somebody said, yeah. All right. No more. No, we got to get out of here. So, no more. The hell is that? Who is that? Who is that out there? Adam? Yeah. Okay. You scared the hell out of me, man. I didn't know. Thought I was alone in the house. I didn't know. Look at y'all buff. Go and show people how buff you are before we go. Look at him getting even sexier. Look at this man.
Hey, what's up?
Look at this.
I'm tired.
Oh, yeah, look at him. Got his muscle shirt on. Look at this.
It's just a workout shirt.
Oh yeah.
Fine,
right.
Here.
Yeah.
This is what you wanted, right?
Oh no, just a workout shirt. Look at him, boy. Oh, there you go. Look at them sexy biceps over there. Look at you, man.
I was back there today. I'm feeling it.
Oh, shut up. You know what? It's up here. Oh, man. Just worked out. My back hurt. You know you feeling good right now.
I mean, I feel good, but it hurts.
Yeah, looking healthy, somebody said.
I'm glad.
Yeah,
Thank you.
You know what? It's a good hurt, man.
It is a good hurt.
Yeah. No pain, no gain, baby.
Yeah. You're not wrong. I just hate it.
Yeah.
I hate it and then I appreciate it later.
You know, that's why I keep exercising. You ain't going to beat my ass.
Is that what that is?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't realize we were competing.
No, I am competing.
Okay.
I got to stay ahead of you.
Okay.
No, you want to come in one day and try to fucking buck up on me? No, that ain't happening.
Oh, I'm just trying to beat Corey Butt's ass.
Oh, but please do that, man. You could have done that a long time ago. You could have done that as we got him. Nah, man. So what you gonna do? You going to bed now?
Yeah, I gotta shower and go to sleep. Gotta go back to work tomorrow.
Okay, I gotta go to work, huh?
Yeah.
Got through working out, gotta go to work now. Shit.
Pixie said, hurry the fuck up.
Okay, I better get out of here then. All right, y'all. We gotta get out of here. Thank you, Adam, for coming in and making a guest appearance in your goddamn biceps and everything.
I was just trying to go to my room.
Your biceps and your hair. Hey, you scared to shy. If I heard something out there, I was like, I don't know what that was.
Oh, that was probably, I dropped my bag. Sorry.
Okay, yeah. What are you doing that, man? I know you in here dropping bags and shit. Yeah, all right. So, yeah, I finished the drink now. I'm fucking tipsy. All right, we got to get out of here, y'all. Thank y'all so much. Thank you for coming in, everybody. Appreciate you. Thank you for all the love, for all the questions, just for hanging out with me. Had a great time. I'm exhausted. I still got to work out tonight.
Oh, shit. You're doing that after drinking?
Yeah. I do it all the time.
Okay.
I did it the other night when I came in. Sunday night I came in, hit the gym outside. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I threw up in the middle of it.
Oh yeah, no, I imagine. That's
Yeah,
no,
I was good. No,
Okay.
I was good. I haven't been drinking that much.
Okay.
Yeah, but Ani Mega Man says, thanks for streaming. Hussy Dude says, bye, everyone. Oh, thank you, everyone. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. And we'll see you on the next one, whenever that is. All right, everybody. I don't have the bumper up here, but you know the deal. kcoolmans@gmail.com. Hit us up anytime. If you're in Austin, come see a show. Email us at kcoolmans@gmail.com and let us know what show you're coming in to see. Hit us up on all our social media. Just type in Double Toasted. Take you where you need to go. And, yeah. I'll talk to y'all later. Stay toasty.
Stay toasty.
That's right, man. That's right. Show them guns again.
Oh, sure.
Stay
toasty.
Yeah. Stay toasty. I'll kick your ass.
I'm not roided out, thankfully.
You will be.
What the fuck does that mean? You're gonna stick me in the middle of the
Hell
night?
yeah, I am. Yeah, exactly.
God damn it, he's gotta lose somehow.
Hey, this will make your dick shrink.